everyone, it's Miss Teresa. I'm here today to talk to you about the desert. So, we're going to start with a desert book. Now, this book isn't put together because I wanted to just be able to flip the pages down like that so you could see them all really good. But I'll show you each page as we read it. This says, My Desert Photo Trip. Desert Trip. There we go. Let's see. I took a trip to the desert. I brought my camera so I could take pictures of everything I saw. If you took a trip to the desert, would you bring your camera with you? You'd probably have your mom and dad's phone, wouldn't you? And you'd take pictures that way. That's how we take pictures now. Ready? I saw a camel in the desert. That's something you'd see in the desert. I saw a jackrabbit in the desert. I saw a coyote in the desert. See? Lots of different animals you see in the desert. Oh, what's this one? I saw an armadillo in the desert. Look at him. Armadillo, it looks like he's wearing a metal wrap around him. I saw a Gila monster in the desert. Look at the Gila monster. I saw a coral snake in the desert. See the coral snake? I saw a kangaroo rat in the desert. Look at that little rat. Why do you think they call him the kangaroo rat? Do you think because he stands kind of like a kangaroo? I bet that's why. I saw an eagle in the desert. I saw a meerkat in the desert. I saw a rattlesnake in the desert. Ooh. I saw a tarantula in the desert. Tarantula. I saw a long-nosed bat in the desert. See him? I saw a phoenix fox in the desert. I saw a peccary in the desert. What is a peccary? What does he look like? Looks like a pig, that's right. I saw a scorpion in the desert. Look how many legs the scorpion has. I saw a turtle in the desert. I saw a vulture in the desert. Look at that big bird. Now we're going to get to some of the plants in the desert. I saw a tumbleweed in the desert. What does the tumbleweed look like? Does it just look like a bunch of dry branches? I saw a cactus in the desert. I saw a round cactus in the desert. Oh, look at this one. I saw a prickly pear cactus in the desert. I saw a saguaro cactus in the desert. Look at that one. That's the one you usually see with the arms going up when you see pictures. I saw a cactus flower in the desert. I saw a yucca plant in the desert. I had fun on my trip to the desert. I hope you liked my pictures. Very nice. So those are a lot of animals and plants and things that you might see in the desert. We made this chart. We did it in our Zoom meeting today. So some of you have already seen this, but let's read some of these desert facts. It says most deserts are hot during the day and cold at night. Deserts cover 20% of the land on Earth. That's a lot. Deserts get less than 10 inches of rain per year. That means they just get a little bit of rain, not a lot of rain. The Sahara Desert in Africa is the largest desert in the world. Deserts can be covered in sand, gravel, and even ice. There are polar deserts. Cacti growing in the desert need little water and can be hundreds of years old. That means cactus can grow a long time. They get very old. So those are some facts. These are some desert animals. There's a camel, some lizards, scorpions, tortoise, gopher, snake, coyote, and mouse. Those are some of the animals. So these are some facts about the desert. Now, I'm going to play a little game with you. It's about what goes in the desert. So here's a picture of the desert. You can see the big sandy dunes, some big sand pyramids back there, the big hot sun, and the bright blue sky. Are there any clouds in this picture? Nope. Any rain clouds coming? Nope, because they don't get very much rain in the desert, just a little bit. But when they do get the rain, the animals and the plants take advantage of it. The cactus suck up the water and hold on to it. The camels hold the water in their humps, and they make sure they hold on to the water when they get some. So I'm going to hold up some pictures. I'm holding this one up close because this is the desert. Earlier in the year, we talked about the mountains and what lives in the mountains, and the oceans and what lived in the oceans. So I'll hold up a picture, and you can tell me, does it live in the desert or the mountains or the ocean? Okay, let's start with this one. What is that? It's a dolphin. Where does a dolphin live? In the ocean. They swim, so they live down here in the ocean. Let's look at this one. How about a black bear? Where would a black bear live? Would he live in the desert, in the hot, hot desert? No. Would he live in the mountain? Yes. Can you see the snow up on the mountains? That means the mountains get very cold. This desert right here has the sun, and it's very, very hot. Now look at the bear. What does he have? Lots and lots of fur. So it wouldn't feel very good for him to live in the desert, would it? Nope, he lives in the mountains. Let's see what I've got here. How about a rattlesnake? Where would the rattlesnake live? He would live in the desert. That's right. There we go. We'll put him right there. How about a pufferfish? Where would a pufferfish live? It's a fish, so it lives in the ocean. That's right. What about a mountain lion? That's right. It says mountain right in his name, so he would live up in the mountains. How about a black widow spider? Where do you think that would live? That would live in the desert. You're right. How about, I'm missing one of my pictures that I wanted. A vulture. Where do you think the vulture lives? In the desert. That's right. Let's put them down there. How about, let's see, what about a mountain goat? In the mountains. That's right. Find the one I want. What about an ostrich? Where do you think an ostrich lives? I don't even know. We're going to put him in the desert. There we go. How He's not a real horse that would run on the ground. He's a seahorse, so he lives in the ocean. There we go. How about, let's do one more of these. Ooh, a scorpion. Where would the scorpion live? In the desert. That's right. So those are some of the things that live in the desert. And you can tell the difference by looking at them. All right. Let's do one more thing. I saw a video where Miss Ebony made some desert dough. And she used some flour and some baby oil. And I thought that would be really great to make like a desert kind of sensory bin out of. So I got some flour and I put some cornstarch in it to try to thicken it up. And then I didn't have any baby oil, so I thought, you know what? I remember one time we used conditioner and we made our dough. So we're going to try to pour some of this in and see if this will work. Let's stir it up real good and see if we can turn this into some dough that we can make a little sensory bin out of, okay? So first I'm just going to use my spoon to stir it. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to end up putting in here. We're going to have to see, okay? That's looking good. It's looking, you see it? It's looking kind of crumbly like the sand in the desert would look. Yeah, look at that. Let's put a little bit more in. I think we can. There we go. All right. We'll stir it some more. It's looking good and crumbly. Yeah, I think that's what sand in the desert might look like. I do. Crumble it up. Move it around. What do you think? Is that looking good? You know what? It smells really good. That was coconut conditioner, so it smells like coconuts now. So that's just some flour, some cornstarch, and some conditioner. Whoops. Sorry about that. That was a technical mistake. I stirred too hard, I think. All right, so I think we're going to take it and put it in this pan right here. I've got a little pan. So let's pour it in here. There we go. And I'm going to touch it now. I hope I don't get too messy. I don't really want to get too messy. Look at that. Does that look like desert sand? I think it kind of does, and it's real soft. And it smells good. I think I made some great desert sand for our bin. Now, what would I need to put in here? I don't have a lot of stuff at my house, but I did find, I think those are llamas, but they look a little bit like camels, so we're going to pretend like they're camels. And we are going to put some tiny little camels, llama camels, in our sensory dough. I know that there was a tortoise that was in the story, so I'll put a tortoise in there. And then if you wanted to make some pipe cleaners, make some pipe cleaner cactuses and stick it in here. Or you could use popsicle sticks and paint them green and put those in your dough. Look, I can hide my camels in here and then have to search for them. Make a little bin where you hide your animals in there. So that's a little sensory bin. Now let's do one more thing before we're done. I'm going to see if I can take the Play-Doh and make a cactus out of it. So we saw a picture of a cactus. In our book we read, there was a round cactus. Let's see if I can find those pictures of the cactuses. Oh yeah. So there are lots of different kinds of cactuses you can try to make. There's just the big straight cactus like that. There's the round ball looking cactus. There's the prickly pear cactus. That would be a fun one to make from the Play-Doh, wouldn't it? You could make that one and then stick some little toothpicks in it to be the little prickly things. That would be great. And then there's this one. It is the saguaro cactus. I think I'm going to try to make that, okay? So let's see if I can do that. So I have my Play-Doh, and the first thing I need to do is make the top. Let's pull off a little piece of it for the arms and lay it there. I'm going to do it up here where you can see it, but remember when you would do this down on the table and you roll it like a snake? That's what you would do. So there's the top, there's the beginning of my cactus. Now I need 2 arms, so I'm going to break this into 2 pieces, and I'm going to roll it, and I'm going to bend it like this, and I'll put it on one side of my straight stick. There we go. Oh, that looks good. And then I need one more on the other side, don't I? Let's see, this one was down a little bit lower, I think. There's that one on that side. And I made a cactus out of Play-Doh. And you guys could make one too at your house if you have some Play-Doh. If not, maybe you could make some dough like Miss Ebony made the desert dough. You could use that recipe and maybe make a cactus out of that. I think some of these dough recipes, it's fine to put food coloring in, so you could make some green, make some cactuses, make some sand, and have lots of fun exploring the desert and all the desert animals. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.